So there was some protesters on the strip, and is it responsible to open Nevada and open Las Vegas, or irresponsible? We talk about those two things today. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications. And we're talking about just a few different things today in today's video. Just some thoughts. I'm not going to give you an editorialized opinion on the protesters on the strip, but I feel I need to address it. If you guys want to, I will give you a bit of an editorialized opinion on whether or not it's responsible or irresponsible to open. I have the sun in my eyes. It's really hot in the morning. It's probably already 90 degrees and it's only like 7 in the morning. Anyways, yeah, so if you want to participate, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications. God, I can't even. The sun is in my eye. Oh, now my eyes are open. Hit the bell for notifications. Comment below what you think about everything. And don't worry, unless you say something horribly terrible, YouTube will not do much, and I don't usually moderate comments anyways. But anyhow, if you guys want to be in the credits of the video, go to Patreon. You can participate there. You can go to VegasFaceMask, no S on the end.com. You guys can go and get the only 2 face masks you'll ever need. We are a little slow in shipping them out because I'm just one person answering emails, but I'm getting better all the time. So anyhow, you can also head on over to Teespring. We have some merchandise. I'm doing some new shirts this weekend there. Facebook group is Facebook, and you go to type in Not Leaving Las Vegas group. It's pretty simple, right? Right, okay. So is it responsible to open the strip up? Let's just address the protesters. I didn't even know this was happening. Yesterday, I was at my day job, talking on the phone, trying to do the magazine ad sales thing all day long. And before I knew it, I got home and turned on the local news, and it said, protesters clash on the strip, and there was people fighting on the strip. And we all know what they're protesting over. So we're not going to talk about sensitive issues. You don't know this, but when I upload my videos, it asks me, what are you talking about? It says, do you want to monetize this video? I say, sure. That sounds good. We'll make 50 cents if we get 1,000 views or something like that these days. And so then it says, are you talking about sensitive issues? And if I say yes, they say, oh, sorry, you're not allowed to, unless you're ABC, NBC, CNN, Fox News, or Joe Rogan. Other than that, you can go to hell. You're not allowed to. So we're not going to get into whether or not these people are right or wrong. We're just going to acknowledge that it happened. A terrible thing happened. People are upset. I don't have the ability. Here's what you got to remember, okay? I said this in a live stream once, and I'm going to say it to you guys right now again. When my wife's family in the Philippines looks at America, and they've never been here and they've never lived here, or even if they did travel here for a week or two, they think everybody out here lives like 90210 Beverly Hills. When I look at their life over there, I think to myself, what a wonderful life. $20 for high-speed connected on your phone every single month, 50 cents for a Coca-Cola at the store, and $1 for a little meal at McDonald's. And then I realize I've been over there for extended periods, and not even at that point can I even understand what those people have to go through. And they can't understand over here that our cell phone bill is $150 a month. So my point is this. Before you go and try to make any kind of an assumption about what the other side is seeing and thinking and whether or not they're right or wrong, just remember that unless you've lived that life and that path and you've lived their existence for your whole existence, you don't know what they're going through. You only know what you are going through. So a lot of these commentators and stuff like that, I guess I'm technically a commentator. Isn't this house look great? It's a great looking house. Guy who lives here is a super nice dude too. He's lived out here forever. Anyways, unless you have lived that life, you don't know what they're all about. So don't try to make commentaries on it necessarily, unless you're like the best commentator in the world and you can really see both sides of the coin, because you can't. So I'm not gonna, but it hurt my heart to see people that were that upset that they would go on Las Vegas Boulevard. And it hurt my heart to see that Metro officers were injured. And it hurts my heart to see that anybody got hurt over something like this because people are so upset. And that happened yesterday, and I assume it might happen today. And I assume that it'll be over by June 4th. So you can come here in confidence and you can not have a bad day in Las Vegas when you come here on the strip. Vegas is a place where people are supposed to put their aversions behind them and just let it all kick off. All the problems of the world melt away. And unfortunately right now, that didn't happen yesterday. This is another nice house. I should put the camera this way so you guys can actually see these backgrounds, huh? Anyhow, so that's that. So we have to talk right now about whether or not it was responsible for us to open Nevada up to tourism again. Because let's be honest, without opening up those casinos, there is no tourism in Nevada. There's no reason for people to come here, at least not for a lot of folks. This guy here is driving a cool little buggy thingy. That's pretty neat. Gosh, what a weird neighborhood this is. So unless you open up those casinos, you're not going to have any kind of a tourism flow. And if you don't have a tourism flow, then you completely alleviate the idea that people will come here and possibly get sick and go home and bring it all to their families and cause the what do they call that? There's going to be a surge. There's going to be a surge. And meanwhile, you got Dr. Fauci over here on CNN, and nobody sees that part because, it is on CNN, but it's on CNN at like 3 in the afternoon for some reason. And he's going, there may not be a surge. I'm not saying there's going to be a surge. There could be one. There might not be one. By the way, I'll break your legs if you don't get a vaccine. That's my Dr. Fauci impression. But, he even said there may not be another surge. So it's hard to say whether or not it's responsible. You're going to say, well, you're wishy-washy, dude. Why don't you just give us your opinion? Well, my opinion is I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? Everything is awesome. Everything is great when you're in Vegas. Yeah, it is great when you're in Vegas. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to go and do a vacation. Look at all that land. Tons of land behind me. Give me land, lots of land. But, it's a good place to be. Vegas is a good place to vacation. Vegas is a good place to kick it off and throw back your feet and kick off your shoes and wear your aviator's hat and walk around when it's too hot in the morning and you're already thirsty. And that's a good thing. I don't know. So you tell me in the comments below whether you think there's going to be problems opening up the tourism sector. Because even if they didn't open up the casinos, people are still going to travel, and they're not going to come to Las Vegas. They're going to go somewhere else. So if you're in like Texas, you might drive to Oklahoma to go to a casino in Oklahoma. Do you know that in Oklahoma, you only have to be 18 years of age to gamble? I didn't know that. Johnny Manziel got in trouble for that. Even though he wasn't breaking the law, he was gambling when he was 18, and everybody was like, you can't gamble, you're 18. Who do you think you are, Johnny Football? It's like, no, he's just obeying the laws in the state he was in. Anyways, my point is this. People are going to go. They're going to go to somewhere else. They're going to go to the Disney parks if they open. They're going to go to the water park in Wisconsin if it's open. People are going to go somewhere else. So you might as well give them a chance to come here, I suppose. And then contact tracing, that's kind of bogus. It's just really surveillance for people. It's really honestly what it is. If you get sick, they're going to put a contact tracer on you and try to see where you might have gotten it from. And it's not going to work in Las Vegas. Contact tracing is not going to work in Las Vegas. I repeat that because there's just too many people here. You're somewhere, you're in a restaurant where they've served 500 people in the last 2 hours or some crazy number like that. Maybe less now because of social distancing and 50% regulations and all that stuff, where you're at a table and they did a changeover and they didn't disinfect the table and there was 3 people there and you're never going to be able to contact trace those 3 people. So it's hard to say, but the same thing goes to every other location where you could possibly go. If you go to an amusement park somewhere or you go to a gym somewhere in your hometown and that gym, you didn't put hand sanitizer on your hands after you use the machine or something like that, or the free weights. And how's that going to work in gyms, by the way? Aren't people going to have slippery hands all the time because of hand sanitizer? Are we opening up another class of problems where people drop weights on themselves? I have to join a gym. I am incredibly out of shape and embarrassed for myself. But yeah, it's going to be a problem everywhere. So I guess then my jump to conclusion is not necessarily irresponsible to open up Nevada if everywhere else is going to open. And right now, all 50 states are open to some capacity. Even over in California, Gil Garcetti, I believe, is the mayor of Los Angeles, and he's opened up retail and things like that, things of that sort. So we already have that opening even in California. One of the cases that's been the most careful because it has the most people of any state in the United States of America. And then one of the places that they might have had some kind of herd immunity, Stanford's doing a study, and Southern California, I think it's UCLA, their medical school is doing a study to see if maybe the fact that tens of thousands of people at some points can come into the country from different parts of the world, specifically Asia, that's not being racist, that's being factual, okay? I didn't say Asian flu, I just said Asia. Cut me some slack, please. They're saying now that maybe that's why California didn't see what New York saw. Maybe it was because everybody was exposed early, and maybe Nevada is not seeing what other states are seeing with similar populations because everybody was exposed early. We don't really know, and that's the thing too. We don't really know what's going on with all that. We have no idea right now. We have bad numbers, garbage in, garbage out. It's an old computer term. It means that if you feed bad, back in the day when computers weren't Windows 10 and Mac OS, and tablets that are supercomputers and phones, they were not graphical. You'd have to put code into the computer, and if the code you put in the computer was wrong, then you would get garbage out. It would give you a bunch of gibberish or not work at all. So garbage data in equals garbage results. We don't have complete garbage right now. We're getting a clearer picture of things as things go by. And so as long as we have the Southern Nevada Health District, the casinos, everybody reporting data, and the state being upfront and clear, we have a good chance of knowing what's going on. That's really all there is to it. And as long as we have a good chance of going on, there's some nice houses over here, then we have a good opportunity to go forward with more confidence about what's really happening. So whether or not people actually have to stop and the casinos have to close again, I have no idea. Whether or not this is like ground zero for something, we'll never know. We'll never know, because like I said, I don't think contact tracing works. And you can tell me in the comments, you're an idiot, of course it works. Well, how do you know it works? How do you know? How do you know? Science goes like this. This is science, okay? We come up with a theory, we test the theory, we get the result. Then we better our theory, and then we test the better theory, then we get the better results. And we keep dialing it in until we have a result that's really, really good. But we've only been at this for like 2 or 3 months. Just remember that too. I know it seemed like it's been years. It's not. It's been a few months. You know, so that's what that is. So those are my thoughts. You know, we had protesters on the strip. It pains my heart to see it. But don't judge people, because you probably never walked the same path that they ever walked. When you're a kid, you hear things like walk a mile in a man's shoes, and you don't even know what that means. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what that means still, what's wrong with you? You're an adult. But just kidding, guys. I love y'all. But you know what? That's what that means. So don't make judgments. You probably don't know what they're going through. And at the same time, is it good to open the strip? Is it responsible to open the strip? Well, there's just some thoughts on it, and you'll share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure you will. You guys have the best comment section on YouTube on this channel, and I really appreciate that too. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos. Hit the bell for the future notifications. Head on over to vegasfacemask.com. There's no S at the end of that one, and I will get back to you, I promise. I got to answer 30 to 50 emails at a time sometimes, and it gets a little arduous and tedious, but I always get back to everybody. And if your order is delayed, we're fixing that. I gotta give back to those people too. We ran out of some materials that we had to find, and since the Rona is around, we're still having some problems with all that too. But like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, do the thing, check out the Facebook group. I'll see you on a live stream. I'm looking forward to Vegas opening. I don't know, you tell me if it's a good or a bad idea. You will tell me in the comments below. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. If you want to be in these credits, head on over to the Patreon. You can do so right there. It's helps support the daily videos on the channel. So 3, 2, 1 before my phone gets too hot from that blaring sun, and click.